Welcome to another edition of the Fans Week podcast, also on medium waves 1,575 kilohertz. From Paris, I'm Jessica Carter-Wilson. Moody's gives France a negative outlook and calls it a small miracle for not downgrading. By Jessica Carter-Wilson, fansweek.org, Paris, April 11th, 2026. Today's news. Moody's Investors Service left France's sovereign credit rating unchanged at Aa3 on Thursday, but placed a negative outlook on the rating, citing modest fiscal consolidation and lingering structural challenges. Moody's just announced that France's credit rating will stay exactly the same while slapping a negative outlook on it, a move the agency praised as a tiny miracle of fiscal restraint, because nothing says miracle like refusing to pull the lever on a stuck elevator. Not a downgrade. The new French national anthem. In a press release that read like a bedtime story for economists, Moody's claimed that not lowering the rating was already a small miracle that should be celebrated with champagne and a round of applause from the Parisian cafes that never close. The agency's logic is simple. If the rating doesn't tumble, the world is saved, regardless of whether the underlying numbers are still wobbling like a toddler on a tricycle. We are thrilled to tell the French people that their sovereign credit line is as stable as a soufflé that has just been taken out of the oven, said fictitious senior analyst Clara Dupont. And the negative outlook is just a gentle reminder that the oven might still be on fire. Budgetary poetry in the art of slightly lower deficits. Moody sprinkled the release with lyrical phrases, budgetary agreement, solid institutions, and deficit slightly lower. The agency apparently believes that swapping a word for a synonym is equivalent to fiscal reform, a practice that would make Shakespeare blush and a tax accountant weep. If slightly lower can be measured in milliliters, French policymakers might soon start publishing deficits in teaspoons. Our main concern is that the French government continues to recycle the same talking points as if they were vintage wines, quoted an unnamed French finance official. And we are confident that the public will taste the same notes of reassurance over and over again, unless we start adding a dash of actual policy. Negative outlook. The financial equivalent of a gentle pat on the head. The negative outlook is described by Moody's as a, quote, delicate warning, almost a caress, preceding any possible decline. In other words, it's the economic version of a mother telling her teenager, I love you, but if you keep staying out late, I'll take away the Wi-Fi. The agency's confidence that a simple statement of concern can stave off the imminent diseasement of public debt is as astonishing as a dentist prescribing gum chewing to cure cavities. Investors have apparently been instructed to buy anxiety like a new flavor of artisanal ice cream. It's comforting, it's familiar, and it pairs perfectly with a dwindling pension fund. The result is a market that smiles nervously, while the underlying debt narrative does a slow, graceful pirouette toward the abyss. So France sits, eyes fixed on a rating that hasn't moved an inch, while Moody's watches from its glass tower, content that the world hasn't ended because the rating agency didn't press the red button. The numbers keep dancing to a tune no one wants to hear, and the only thing changing is the vocabulary on the official press release, forever turning negative outlook into the most reassuring phrase in modern finance. That's all from today. From Paris, I'm Jessica Carter-Wilson.